All right, team A, what's going on? So we're going to go ahead and start. We're going to get our scan. I'm feeling kind of bullish here, basically. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the scan. I want to go ahead and do a
All right,
bull
team A, what's going
head
on?
and
So we're going to
shoulders.
go ahead and start. We're going to get our scan.
One
I'm
moment.
feeling kind of bullish here, basically. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the scan. I want to go ahead and do a bull. All right, team A, what's going
head
on?
and
So we're going to
shoulders.
go ahead and
All right, sorry about that, guys. That was a little bit of delay that I had because I had my mic on. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and do a head and shoulder scan. No, nothing. Nothing? Oh, that's right. I got it over here. I had it already, the screener already. One moment. That's what's going on. All right, I had already done this. Sorry about that. Anyways, all right, so here we go. We got the bowl head and shoulder scan, right? And basically, I just want to kind of see what's going on. I'm really focusing on percent change, all right? And that's what I want to go in. So we noticed we got a lot of these tickers kicking off. Some of these are interesting, some of these we're into. We really want things that are moving and shaking. So we either want stuff that's above 5%. That's really where I'm heading in my mind is I want things that are changed above 5%, or I want things that have changed 5% or less. And you can see the only thing really that's sucking right now is the BlackBerry off of the scan. Obviously, pre-market is one thing we could definitely change going into regular market, but I do want to look at a few different items and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and look at this and pull it in there. So let's go ahead and pop into these real quick. Just starting at the top, and then we'll work, and obviously we'll work some of the other stocks as well. But I want to talk about Snap. Okay, we were looking at Snap the other yesterday. Actually, went into a trade, so I still like Snap for the potential. It got upgraded. The reason why you see this rise here when we're looking at it on the 15-minute chart, okay, it got upgraded, and you see it pop up. And this is what got us bullish, thinking we were going to get continuation to the upside. It sold off, and I don't really know why it sold off. Maybe people had just been in it, because it had been beat up for a minute. So people probably, I mean, when we look at this, right, people have been in it for a while, probably since the last consolidation zone around 11. So they probably were just taking profits since it popped up. We got an opportunity here. It does look like we got some downtrending pressure. If we lose this longer moving average going out on the further out chart, we could get another leg down going back into this level here where we got some of this good support here. So this is really strong support. If we were to put a line just kind of smack dab in the middle of it right there. So this 1587-ish area is really strong support. So we can go ahead and color that red. You guys know I like red for my bottom levels. We're looking at the top level here with the blue. And so this is the level we're looking, hoping that it breaks out because we're long Snap, and all we need is just to push back towards the 1790 and get a little bit of a break above this, and we'll be able to get money in our trade. If not, if we get more downtrending, we're gonna have to cut our contracts because it just is too for the market cap and for the type of price action it has, it'll just be too out of range. So we got to put a little 50-50 line in here, and we're just going to go ahead and put that kind of right here with this other price action. You can see we got some price action here, meat and potatoes, price action and everything. We're going to put a little 50-50 line right there. And this is going to be kind of our gauge, all right? We break below this, we're probably going to have to cut and run and just accept defeat on this particular one. If we can stay above this, hoping that we get rejection off of this level, we can start pushing back up for the retest. Snap can fly. Once it gets some volume, it can fly. A lot of people, if you remember this, this was a $60, $70 stock not too long ago. Then it got really destroyed. But the thing that got people interested in Snap is that it has this virtual reality type of component to it, but it's built within this augmented reality, which basically, instead of submerging yourself into the entire virtual reality realm and being able to enjoy it, you can augment the virtual reality stuff and still be present in reality. That's the whole, and I know that's a lot of information, but that's the whole idea with Snap is the augmented reality is a little more easier to sell than the complete submersion into the virtual reality realm and everything like that. So we're hoping for this one to be popping. Rivian, looking good. It's popping up pretty good. Let's see what we got on the 15-minute chart. We got some wicking to the bottom, but we popped up pretty quick after the wick. I'm going to go ahead and put a rectangle around this one. You guys know I like rectangles, right? Rectangles are great. Okay. Just remember, we like rectangles. We're going to go ahead and put a top here. And guys, you guys can do all this yourself too. I mean, the only difference between what I'm doing and a newer investor is that it's the experience that's along with us, okay? Been trading since 2002. I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, but it's that experience that goes along with it. Being able to do this and kind of eyeballing and stuff like that. That's the only difference. Everyone can do these. Rectangles are fantastic basics because it gives you a defined top, a defined bottom in a range, okay? And it gives you a good idea. And I love them, man. You get your top, you get your bottom, and then you can easily put a 50-50 line. And you guys know I love my 50-50 lines. It's just a good way of all we're doing with 50-50 lines is we're creating boxes of probability. If you consider this rectangle here, think of this as a box of probability, okay? You got your top, you got your bottom. Think of this top and bottom as 100%, all right? Put the 50-50 line in here. Now you just kind of split your odds. Okay. You have 100% from top to bottom. Now you got a 50-50 line. You stay above this 50-50 line. You got this percentage of probability from here to here pushing towards your top level, looking for bullish continuation, right? You break below this, you have this percentage looking for the descend towards the low level. You break below this, you got bearish continuation, right? And then you just go off of previous price action to start putting your chops where you put your support and resistance. And you always, anytime you do support and resistance, I see people do support and resistance on wicks. It's not wrong, but I don't think it's the best practice because when you're doing trend lines, yes, but support and resistance line, the whole idea behind support and resistance is a support and resistance is a wide range of price action that is giving a support or resistance, correct? Right? Okay. Well, a trend is something, a point where a trend is starting to form. So yeah, I can see a trend going from the wicks and you make your trend lines and all that stuff. When you're doing support and resistance, you got to use what I call meat and potatoes. Okay. You got to use fat candles with price action because that's the majority of where the price action is being traded. Okay. You get this wick here, you get this wick here. Yeah, you got trades in there, but those are usually just spikes of just quick flash money that's coming in and pushing stuff. The big money that's causing the true price action is always the meat and potato part of the candlesticks. So that's why I put my support and resistance lines usually within the fat boys. All right. Anyways, that was a little bit longer of an explanation, but I wanted you guys to understand the philosophy behind the rectangle box theory and also why we put support and resistance lines where we put them. Anyways, so yeah, Rivian, we're looking good. Stay above the 50-50 line, looking for the break to the upside. We can start looking for longs, probably pushing to about 25 wouldn't be out of the realm. SoFi, well, SoFi is keeping up with the pressure. You don't really want to go too much in the pattern recognition when you're in after hours or pre-market because this is unregulated market time, right? You got no true aspect of, real bell to bell market action. But we're starting to form a little cup and handle, a cup at least. Starting to get that cup here. You can see the pop up here at the top. We got this forming and we're starting to move in pre-market. So we want to go ahead and put a line here at the top, right? This is going to be a line. We've been here before, and usually what happens, we hit this line and we break to the downside. Okay, so today in SoFi, we start to break to the upside here. And SoFi is one of those we're just looking for little chops. Okay, we break to the upside on, a 15-minute chart like we're on right now. We're looking for the push to about 10, 10.50. We can probably go long. If we're using options as our strategy, we want to push out, 2 weeks to a month. Okay, 2 weeks to a month. Do not do the same week options on SoFi. Okay, you're not going to get the range that you need to make some significant money. Okay, you need to give yourself some time. The contracts are not going to be that expensive. Okay, the premium isn't juiced up that much. All right, if you want to make some money, put a little, put some ducats in the pond. All right, and make yourself some money. Okay, quit nickel and diming on these things. We break to the upside. Let's look for this run to 10.50 to 11 and start pushing this out a month and making some money. Okay. Um, Conversely, right? Is that a word? Conversely, I think it is. We're going to look for the break down here. Okay. This is our further point. All right. And this is, just support that we reached in after hours, right? We're looking for the breakdown. But if we get our inner support, which we can kind of put right about here, and the reason why I'm putting this line here is because I like the near touches, right? The near touches. And then all this price action over here, it's supported. Okay. So we start to break from our top line here towards this line. We're probably looking for bearish continuation towards this level here. So we're looking for, and like I said, price action is not too dramatic on SoFi. But if you want to make some money off of this, you need to give yourself some time. But SoFi, when you look at it at a further out chart, it'll hit these spikes, right? And then it'll pop down. We already got this huge push out of consolidation. We got this huge push, then we got the next push up, right? It's having trouble maintaining this. Okay. We have to break above this in order to start maintaining to the next level. But what we can do is we can kind of gauge our idea of what our breakout would be, essentially, by getting ourselves again, look, a rectangle, right? Love these rectangles. All right, we start doing the price action. 8.99 to $9 to 78. So again, you're not going to make too much, but we're looking at about $1 movement to the upside. If you were to take the top and the bottom, this range here from the breakout, if we break out of here, we're probably looking for another dollar move to the upside. All right. If we can't, we're looking for the retest back down here and probably give some of this back. Not give all of it back, but probably give some of it back. I would say about 50-50. So we could even go probably put a line here and give about 50-50 of this back. About 850 would make sense on a pullback. But let's stay bullish for right now in SoFi until we know otherwise. Lucid, I don't know about Lucid, man. It's still popular, but if you're gonna do Lucid, buy shares. I wouldn't trade options on Lucid unless there's something crazy news about some sort of, I don't even know what news would really get me excited, but this was one of those stocks, man, that had a lot of things. A lot of people were pumping this, man. I remember who's that one guy, man? He got people messed up on this one. Stock mode. Telling people to like purchase this heavy, like it was like a $50-$60 stock. Hey, let's hop in this, boy. They were gonna take this to the moon. This is gonna be a $300-$400 stock. Look at it now, $4.73. Surprise. Yeah, but buy shares, man. If you're gonna get in the loot, buy shares at $4.50 or whatever. I mean, you can get yourself 100 shares, for like $400, $500, and you can sell cover calls against it because it still does host some premium when you start to get the news. Okay, so buy yourself maybe 200 shares and sell covered calls against it. But I wouldn't be getting into options. It just doesn't. It's just not worth it. It's just going to disappoint you every time, in my opinion. Carnival. Carnival, all right, typical carnival fashion, right? We get the pump, 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 and then we're gonna start to get the sell-off. Now, I do want you to notice, look at this, okay? This huge width. I mean, we came all the way from 1866 all the way down. Someone was getting out. Basically, when you see stuff like this, someone that had a lot of shares just was like, you know what, Carnival, you've disappointed me time and time again. I'm out. It popped up here. See you later. Boom. And it just gets out and then it comes back, right? But, this will be interesting. We want to go ahead and we're in a channel right now. So this is where we start to do the trend lines, right? All right, we're in a channel. And we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and do it from here. Right here. All right. A little channel, right? And then we can make the case to have the support here as well. But we got a little bit of a channel, right? And we're kind of getting close. We're getting tight. All right. So we're coming to a decision point. I know that they had earnings or something like that. I don't know what the earnings were. I don't know if they were good or not or anything like that. It looks like we got earnings here. Hang on. Can we get All right, it looks like it's on the 21st. We're going to get some earnings. All right. Those are the estimates. They're looking like they want to lose 13 cents per share. That's probably, up on their thing. They're probably losing money right now anyways, but they're losing less money than expected. That's what the hope is with the estimates. This will be interesting, but Carnival Cruise typically it's ran pretty good. And this is one of those that when it runs like it does, people start to sell out of it. Okay. I would not be surprised if, we get a little bit of a pump. What is it today, the 19th? We get a little bit of a pump breaking out of this descending wedge, get a little pop, right? Maybe we see 20 bucks or so, and then we start to sell off. That's kind of a psychological number for people to go ahead and hop out of this. They've probably been in this since about 15. If they didn't get into it in the 10s or the 11s, they got into it around this area here. And they probably are like, I've been holding this for a while. I'm gonna take advantage of this move here because, who knows what's gonna happen in the future, with people, recessions and stuff like that. They'll probably take profits. This is one of those that typically likes to dump after earnings, unless they beat, like hardcore beat. So if they come in at estimates of that -13, or if they even beat by say like a -0.9, right? You might see a little bit of a pop, then probably a sell off of that pop. If they come in and they actually made money somehow, even if it's like 1 cent per share or 2 cents per share, that's going to be a huge surprise. And these guys will probably take off and we could see 25 bucks. So it'll be interesting to see what it is. But if I had to bet, and I may bet on this one on the lotto after I see what it does today, I'd probably be looking for the down play on this one just because it ran so hard already. I mean, look, what is this? This is November, right? And we were 12 and we're already up here at almost 20. Yeah, man. People are going to start taking profits on this one. Most definitely, in my opinion. Sunrun, big pop up here. I saw some issues though with oh, why can't I get that line out of here? Anyways, oh well, we don't need it. What the heck? I saw some issues with Sunrun, talking about it. Looking like it's pretty strong right now. I saw some negative reports coming out, looking like it doesn't really affect it right now. I wonder what it's looking like on the 15-minute chart. Looks pretty good. Coming into pre-market, gapped up, pretty decently. I'd be looking for continuation. If we get the continuation towards $20, and if we can't hold the levels, then we're probably looking for the retest and the gap fill. They got two gaps here, so we're probably looking for the retest and the gap fill of downtrending pressure. Um, this one's kind of a crappy chart to really chop up. I mean, we got some. I mean, it was down. I mean, it could lose some steam and still not really be effective because just like what on the 13th, it was over here at like $14. So it's ran pretty decently, came out of consolidation, had the little dump here, popped up, may hit resistance up here. And if it does, it'll probably cool back down, filling these gaps. If not, you probably could see it run. I don't know if this thing has history of running. What do we got? What's the range? 6 month? Okay. Look like, oh, that's why I had like fib lines on this thing, like way back when. This thing used to be a powerhouse. Look at that. Okay, hang on. Let me get rid of these lines real quick. Sorry guys, my OCD is kicking in. There we go. No, one that's gone. Where's that line at? There it is. All right. Sorry about that. That was driving me nuts. I had to get rid of that. I was losing my mind. Okay, there we go. So yeah, we got some pressure to the upside. So I could see the case for both clearing the gap, and I could see the case for the push to the upside. So if we get the breakout here, I like this. Let's go ahead and chop this up to the upside as well. 6 month chart. All right. So we're here. We're looking for the breakout to the upside. We got some good resistance or yeah, good resistance lines up here. Good price action. All right, about 20 bucks. Okay. We can go ahead and level up again a little bit more if we want. Next level up about, well, 21. I guess it's moving. It likes to move in about dollar ranges, I'm assuming. But then we got this nice little range you can see on the further out chart when we go ahead and we can put a rectangle on there. We got this nice little area here, right? That you can see as we level out. Yeah, I got a little wick here, but majority of price action is right in this level. Looking right at 1924, 25 to 1793. So looking at a little pop, we break here. We're looking for those pushes, 20, 22 bucks coming into this area up here, which would coincide with its previous levels, its shelf levels of range of price action. And that's where we'd expect resistance. So yeah, wouldn't be opposed for this running. But as you can see, it ran pretty hard here already. So the case for the pullback is also valid. So we have to just watch for that. Just gotta watch. Carvana. Carvana's interesting. A lot of analysts hate this stock, guys. They hate this stock. They hate this stock, but they're making money off of it, if that makes sense. I don't understand that. Like analysts will trash this all over the place, but you got a defined cup on the further out chart. We're looking at a breakout here on Carvana. So, Carvana looks to me like it's all steams ahead on Carvana. I would be going long on this, looking for the push to $65. I don't see any reason why not to. The news on Carvana is good. People are buying cars again and stuff like that. The issue, I guess, with Carvana that the analysts have is that people still want to go to the traditional dealerships to get cars. So what Carvana has been is the dealerships, they don't really care where they get the cars from as long as they get inventory to sell to people, right? So they don't care. Carvana's really marketing the the businesses. So then the consumer, they're marketing the consumer, but they're marketing the businesses that market to the consumer, making it easy for the businesses to kind of cut the red tape and get the inventory that they want into shops. So if that makes sense. So that you could see some big money, institutional money being flooded in here. But look at this, man. I mean, if that's not a cup, all we need is that handle, hold some water. But the handle could be the breakout handle because we're hitting that double top here from previous high, looking for the breakout, and we got case for the push. So I'd be looking, yeah, I'd be looking for because here's consolidation zone 50. We're up now at the last break at $5. So yeah, so you're looking at a $5 push to the upside with follow. Yeah, so I'd be looking at, $60, maybe with a push towards 65, breaking previous high here. Yeah, looks good to me. Macy's. Hope you guys took that trade that we did. We did a leap in Macy's. All right. In slow moving here recently because we had to deal with this crap. We had to deal with this, right? We took the trade here, and then we had to deal with this downtrend here, right? So we took the trade over here. We had to deal with this crap. But now we got the gap up, right? We got to push again. We'll pull back, but now we're back into the channel of coming back up. Macy's, yeah, man. Macy's is doing things right. They're trying to look for potential buyers to buy their real estate, and they're demanding premium price. So I could see the case for the push. Macy's doesn't like to run too fast, though. So after it breaks out, it cools down. It'll be a slow drip back, but the push back up to 21, 22, I think is inbound cup. Kind of a weird cup. You got like a mug, like a German Stein. Got your Stein with your little handle over here, pushing to the upside. Unity, look, everything we're looking is starting to form these cups, man. Unity looking to break out. Got this double top previously where it was at. Breakout. I can see the case for Unity coming out of this consolidation zone again. Range here, 40, 30, 37, 38, right? Here's your range. Pushing up. Boom. Going just to all we're doing is we're just looking at previous history in the next level from the breakout here. Where's our next level? We just ride the line up, and we find where we got a lot of price action going on. Price action here, but we don't just want it here and here, right? We want to keep going to where we start to get a lot of price action over a period of time. This would be probably strong resistance. But if we broke through there, we're looking for continuation to about here because now we're talking about this area, this area, this area, this area, this area. We're talking about all this area and not here. Okay. This would be strong resistance, breakthrough, continuation. That's where we're looking for. $43. Okay. Unity. We got about a $4 move on Unity, possibly if we get this break. Veil. Buy shares in Vail looking like we're coming out of consolidation here to the upside. I like this. I like this. This is one of those stocks you want to buy. I people laugh when I say to buy these stocks because they don't move. They do a lot of sideways movements and stuff like this. I just want you guys to remember, uh, like I don't know, maybe it was 2 years ago or something. I'm gonna pull up a chart. I'm gonna show you. I told you guys to buy this stock like 2 years ago. Okay. I said buy shares of this stock. And I want to show you why. Okay. And when was this? 2 years ago. It was like $11. So where's 11? But okay, it was somewhere in this range, all right? Somewhere in this range. I was telling you guys, US Steel is a steal. All right. Pun intended. Okay. Buy this thing at it was like 10 or $11 when I was telling you guys to get it. And this is the reason why. It didn't make nobody money for a minute, man. People had to sit there. They were sitting there and they're like, man, this thing is slow. Yeah, it made double, but I told you this is one of those that you just gotta wait. I mean, look at it now, man. All it takes is just one deal, something going on, construction to come back in and stuff like this. Okay, Vail's one of those type of stocks where it's dealing with that land moving stuff, okay? The precious minerals and earths and things of that nature, okay? Those are the things that are going to be slower moving, but when they pop, when people are like they finally got the money to invest in these things and are looking to go in there and get them, those are the ones that are pop at $15 a share. on Vail, yeah, you could have got it here at 5 and 8, but you know, we missed the boat. But look at the sideways movement, okay? This is when you want to buy into these stocks, okay? When things are sideways moving, you want to buy into it because it's rangy, okay? Eventually, we're gonna beat this range and we're gonna kick to the upside and it's gonna double, okay? And then it's gonna create the new range, all right? And it's gonna be a $30 stock instead of a $15 stock, okay? That's why I tell people to buy things like this. These are stocks. Don't buy into options with Vail. All right. You can do options on Vail, yeah, sure, but you know, most likely you're going to lose money unless you do leaps. Okay. You want to get shares. You want to get shares on Vail and you want to hold these. Look for the 2x or 3x on it. Don't settle for anything else. All right. Let's go ahead and get into some of the ones I know you guys want to see. And then we'll go ahead and call this a day. Okay, we're going to talk about, oh, let's look at DocuSign. Demon pushing that 3600 or 36, was that 36,000? Was that, no, it was 3,600. All right, push on DocuSign, man. That was a crazy play. Okay, he caught this. Basically, he caught this. And the weird thing about DocuSign is people were in DocuSign, all right, but they were actually almost, a lot of people were selling out because it was pushing to the downside. Okay, it was tight price action. They got into DocuSign expecting it to break out here, right? It started lowing, dumping, and people were starting to get swept with stop losses. Okay. Diamond hands are the ones that held, and they held strong, and this thing absolutely just exploded. Boom. And a lot of people missed the boat because they were in docu. All right. They were in docu here. And this downtrending here went ahead and hit their stop loss levels. Okay, so this is why a lot of people missed out on this. And then all of a sudden, just you know, it always happens, right? As soon as you leave the trade explodes, right? That's the old stereotype. And it did, this one did absolutely explode. I mean, we went from 55 to 65 in a matter of minutes. Bam. Okay. Looking like we're still staying pretty strong. I wouldn't be surprised if we get another push to go retest this previous area, seeing if we can hold this. But price action is pretty tight. So, as long as we stay tight, we're probably looking for a little bit more to the upside. Once we start losing our moving averages, we can probably start looking for a little bit of a pullback and lose some of this gains that we got. Shop. People were talking about shop. Let's look at shop. Shopify looking like we're breaking out. Guys, this has been on the target for a while, okay? Shopify was like 45 bucks not too long ago. All right. We've been playing Shopify, kind of moving out this little movement here. That's some sideways movement, and now we're starting to break out again to the upside. So I like Shopify, but we're gonna play Shopify in range, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and put high level, low level. All right. We break to the upside, we're going to go long, looking for the push to 80, okay? We break to the downside, we're going to go short, looking for the cool down back towards about 75. All right. These the triggers I'm going to use for shop. So you got my idea on shop. Let's go ahead and let's look at BA, and then we're gonna get into the big boys. BA starting to cool down a little bit. Listen, BA likes to cool down fast. Okay, it likes to run and then likes to cool down fast. I'd be going short on BA right now. I mean, when you see charts like this where it's just a step ladder and up, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, 6 legs up. It's due to cool back down. Okay, it would do nothing for BA to push down to 250. 255, 250. It likes, just like Tesla, BA likes to run fives and tens. Okay. So BA short from right current level at 260 to about 255 would make you some money. Okay. It loses these moving averages. We're shorting this to 255. And then if we can get continuation, we're going to follow it back down to 250 where we expect to hit some support. All right, let's get into the big boys. Apple. All right, Apple losing a little bit of steam after that thing hit almost 200, right? Hey, I want you guys to take note of this, okay? Everyone was expecting 200, 200, 200, all right? The institutions got you, all right? The institutions got you. They knew that you guys were expecting 200, so the market makers went ahead and set the algo levels just shy of 200, and it started triggering off, okay? As soon as people got up there, everyone was like 200, yeah, here we come, 200 Apple, boom, it's going to be, whatever, $3 trillion market cap, all that stuff, and they got you, okay? They went shy. They'll do that when you got a strong psychological number like Apple, and I think, what is Apple, like 75 to 80% of all pensions and retirement plans and all this stuff on have Apple invested in it. All right. It's a huge thing. So these psychological numbers mean something, but they get you all the time unless you're invested long and share some derivatives. Just be careful of those psychological numbers because those market makers will jack with you, man. So it came shy of 200 and you started seeing the waterworks turned on. And then the press release started happening. And I got a feeling we got some more downtrending pressure. I got a price target from this downtrend pressure that we have with Apple. I'm looking at 193, 192. If you watched my video last night, I talked about where I think Apple is going to go and why it's going to go there. So 192, 193 is where I think Apple will go. Give yourself some time, push out a week or two. Amazon. All right. Same case with Amazon, man. You can only push so much before you got to go down. I like the case for Amazon. I think we keep pushing up here and we keep rejecting from the top line, okay? We break 155, yeah. You know, then we play it by dollar increments to the upside, okay? I don't think we get an explosive push. So we break 155, we're looking for 156, 157. We're playing dollar increments. We reject this. We're looking for that pullback towards
Why
150.
don't got happy feet?
No, I said stop with the heavy feet. I don't want to hear you talk back. Stop just stomping around.
Hold on.
Like, put it.
Let me. All right. Anyways, moving into Amazon. Nike. That was one that we were looking at. But pop that one up. All right, Nike. This one we're gonna wait till after earnings. Foot Locker killed earnings, popped pretty hard. Nike still popular. We're rangy right now.
Yeah, Joe. You're gonna be
like
talking. Jeremiah, sit back. It's too close.
we like Nike. All right, we got Nike here. Square, flagging. Square could pop to the upside. Not really paying attention to Square too much right now. It's not on my radar, but it is now, actually. I'm gonna go ahead and looking at the chart. Tight, it's tight. So I'm just gonna put a box around it. We're looking for the breaks. 176, 73. Got a little $3 price range that we can look for area here. And then finally, I'm gonna leave you guys with Tesla, and then we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. Kind of about 15 minutes for us to go make some money. I like Tesla. I like to break to the upside, guys. Look at the chart right here. We're flagging, okay? Tesla bobbled a little bit to the downside, made it back in after hours and pre-market. I like Tesla to push to 260. So I'm long Tesla. It's a gamble, but we're looking for the break here. Anytime you see Tesla staying above the battle zones, you gotta go for it, man. And so I like this. We're up here, we're staying bullish, right? Breaking. We almost hit it here. So I like the retest back up there. And remember, Tesla likes to move in fives and zeros. So we like fives and tens on Tesla. 260 sounds really good for me. And you can probably make some money with the 265 option if you wanna go ahead and be risky, a little gambly. Okay. Just don't use a lot of money going light on that one. All right, guys. Hey, that's all I got for you. Let's go out there and make some money. Share TWR, the link with people, man. Tell people, hey, for the holidays, Discord is free. I got a lot of free stuff on the Discord, so tell them to come over there, check it out, because after the holidays, we going right back to the premium section. As always, if you're ready, follow me. Let's go to war. Let's go out there and make some money when that bell